So in this video, we're going to take a look at the inventory laser locator. And it's all hooked up, and just one thing wrong with it, troubleshoot it, and it works pretty well. I mean, it's not automated yet, but the laser does come on, and servos are actuated by the software. Let's take a look. I'm Jason Head, and this is the Head Robotics channel. A preview note, excuse the mess, yes. I have not finished my organization project. We have a partially completed robot here. I still need to put more items in my shelving. Got some stuff to sort through, but concentrating on working on a software business at the moment. But today I took a bit of a break and actually made some progress. So phase one, I would say phase 1 or 2 is complete. The hardware is up and running, and we have some functional software. So just go ahead and go in here and launch. Okay. So right here we have from Python. I grabbed some code and modified and found out how to add checkboxes. So I'm able to manually take these sliders. You can see the laser is going up and down when you move the X and the Y. Come on. Back and forth. And yes, the laser is on. So let's take here. Got enable laser. It wanders a bit because cheap servos, but once the code is up and running, that's the main thing. I always swap out the servos. Over here, if you're in the console, printing out the numbers for the axis. Let's go take a look at the laser. There we go. So the idea is, once this can be automated, that it'll point a particular shelf where the inventory item is. And I've got MySQL Lite database hooked up. So eventually, or beginnings of it set up, I should say. And then eventually I can hook the Python script with it and actually have something that will go and show me where the parts I'm looking for are. The enable servos thing was kind of experiment to turn them on and off, but it seems that doing a stop on the servos for let's see here. For the PWM stop, basically causes issues, and I'm not reliably able to turn them back on. So basically, just to give you a rough rundown of the logic. So I go in and set up and to tell it what pins on the Raspberry Pi. Then I've expanded the init, so when it starts up, you know, it sets up the GUI. And we have the updates, so to update the X, Y, laser, update servos, eventually turn on and off, but later, and then just launching the main stuff and initializing, launching the actual GUI. So, definitely progress. I guess it's kind of hard to see the laser once it moves so fast. So yeah, got that. And that's progress. So here's a bit of a hardware rundown. On top we have the laser that's clipped into a piece of tubing that's been glued to the side. So it needs to be secured better. And these go, that goes up, down, back, forth, obviously. And then down here we've got the circuit board, just pretty basic. Basically it's got, so down here we've got a MOSFET for switching on and off the laser. And then the power rails, so it is not pulling the power source for the servos and such directly off the Pi. And then the wired in, so they have the positive and negative in signal. And then on here on the other side, you've got the two servos, and the yellow line is the laser, and this is a ground. And so eventually the idea is the camera will be integrated and do some machine vision stuff, and eventually be able to do some computer vision stuff to add to the usability, but that'll be a little ways down right now. In the initial stages, it's starting to become functional. So next step will be to put in the automation of here eventually, but I guess next step will probably be so I can put in coordinates and then control it by selecting something. I think making via web interface will probably be the easiest. Then I can just connect to the Pi, put it on my network and browse to it and select my inventory. And I'm thinking this, I think it's the Raspberry Pi B, and it should have a wireless capability. So I'm going to take a look, that would be nice. So right now I've got the network cable plugged into it so I can pull software and everything I need into it. So it's pretty cool with the things the Pi can do. So stay tuned and keep making.